Hi, my name is Brian. I am the indicator dude, and I love to indicate all my equipment in with an indicator and just to see what everything is doing and how close and accurate everything is cutting or working or machining or sawing, any of that stuff. So here's a little demo of a 10-inch skill miter saw that I got right out of the box, brand new. I don't know, 6 months ago. But today I had some issues with it, and today I was messing around, and I thought I would get this thing into cutting perfectly. So here's a little kind of a demonstration. I've got some pictures. I'll tend to upgrade this better in the future with cameras and stuff. But for now, I'm just kind of winging it with the equipment I got, and I'm just winging it, period. But it's just something that I kind of wanted to bring to the table because I haven't seen many people talk about this. A lot of these pieces of equipment come right out of the box, and they're not any good. They're literally junk the way they've been put together at a factory in about a minute, and they don't work properly. And you can take some of this cheap equipment, a couple $100 for this saw is what I paid for. There, we're going to be indicating in, or I have indicated in, and I'll show you step by step on a few things, and also some pictures. But yeah, just something I wanted to set up this new channel and maybe give some feedback to other people that are wondering why their brand new equipment isn't working so well. So here's my little demonstration anyway. So this is my end all fix all, but I wanted to show you with my indicator how accurate I've got this blade from one direction. You can see it's on the one, a thou, or maybe 8/10. Each one of them lines is 5/10. So from one all the way forward almost off of that hole right there, you want to make sure you're not running into anything, or you got your indicator sticking out too far. But just gently pull everything, because you take this thing and move it to side real easy. So all this equipment seems to be pretty flimsy these days, but you can see from that hole to that hole, I am probably about as good as you're ever gonna get from one side of the cut to the other side of the cut. What am I getting there? About 1.5 thou. Yeah, see, it's pretty much dead nuts, probably within 1,000. Obviously, you've got other issues like blade run out, which is this direction here. I'll spin it, show you. Not much on this blade. This is a Milwaukee blade I'm super duper impressed with. My indicator might be moving on the table because it's not a magnetic base and it's all non-ferrous construction, meaning aluminum, which is not magnetic. But yeah, there's a spot there that's a little bent. What am I getting? Got about 6.5 there, and I got about a little less than 6 there, maybe 6/10 out, and that's just random spot on the blade. But I'm really impressed with these Milwaukee blades. That's another thing you got to look for when you're indicating stuff in. You gotta find all these planes have to match up. You got to get a plane that's straight on your blade. You've got to have a plane you're straight up and down this way. But what I'm trying to straighten out is this bed with that blade, because you can turn this, you can run exaggerated. That blade could be running like this at an angle, and so the tip of it or the back of it would be cutting and be dragging the blade, be pushing hard through there, and you keep getting crooked cuts. You'll just wear blades. It's just a mess. And the same thing too, up and down part of this too. You know, you can indicate these up and down. Mine's off a little bit because I have to adjust it in. You can see the needle move. That's because I'm not right back to zero, but I check it every single time I cut because all these things they don't repeat. I mean, they'll repeat within a 64th, but I'm probably a little bit more picky than that. I want it repeating perfect when I make my cuts. So there's a little bit of a demonstration on how I, tune my brand new equipment in, and how I did this to get this back in was to actually add a couple of screws right there, here, and here. And those, what they do is push in on the end of this shaft, and so therefore creating, a little bit of an adjustment this way. And if it's out a lot like mine, that's what you need to do. You need to actually line that up and get on the edge of that shaft, drill and tap it out, and add these. Now there's another pivot point too back here. When you move this lever, obviously you crack that loose, and then this thing pivots back and forth, and it'll create a space right in here. So in some cases, after a lot of use and a lot of loosening and tightening of this, you can also throw the rest of this off. So once in a while you crack that loose. There's a bolt back there, right there, right there, right there. And you take that loose and you blow that all out and clean it out with the rag and tighten it back up, and that'll help keep that thing true again. Especially if you've got a lot of dust buildup and you're loosening and tightening that thing quite a bit, and you're just beating the hell out of it. So after all that's said and done, I think you'd find that the time it takes to purchase some of the simple equipment like this and do whatever you have to do to come up with some kind of way to hold your indicator and monkey around and do some math, and after a while, I think you can get the results on some of this cheaper equipment as I do. Have any questions or comments? Let me know. Thanks.